Yeah, it was very emotional to say the least. Nerve-wracking. I don't really get nervous ever, but for some reason, just wearing the green and gold again was a very proud, emotional moment for me. My wife was with me at the time in England, and she could see what it meant to me and what it does mean to me to play for your country. And I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, it was super emotional.
Hello and welcome to the Delhi Capitals podcast. I'm your host Suprita Das, and our guest on the podcast today is someone who you could perhaps call a man for all seasons when it comes to playing league cricket, franchise cricket. Rilee Rossouw, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
राइली, हमारे शो में आने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. अभी हम शुरू करेंगे. आपने आपका वक्त दिया है, हम अभी चालू कर सकते हैं.
कैसे हो?
Very well. Did you follow everything I said, given how much time you've spent in the subcontinent? But that's a good reply. That's a good one.
No, sorry. My agent said this would be in English, so I apologize. My Hindi is a bit rough.
No problem. We try and follow the script at times. Okay, we'll start. We're here in India in the middle of the IPL, Rilee. This is a tournament you're coming back to after very long. 8 years, I think.
Yeah, maybe a bit longer, maybe 10 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you missed the most about the IPL? Because you've played so much of league cricket around the world. What have you missed, and why does it stand out?
The thing that sets IPL apart from all other tournaments is how big it actually is. Coming back, like I said, after all these years, I think it's something that you can't prepare yourself for. You got to actually be here to experience it, and the fans and the publicity and the media and everyone, it's just so hyped and so big. It's actually amazing to see that there is a tournament like this in the world that just brings so much enjoyment to a lot of different varieties in areas.
It's also louder than anywhere else in the world, isn't it?
That could argue, like a very loud packed Johannesburg could also be like
True.
quite intimidating, but no, I think it is probably the loudest in the world.
Okay, we'll do a little bit of a trip down memory lane. Let's start with your earliest memories, of playing cricket, or who maybe was your cricketing hero when you picked up a bat as a little boy, probably.
My earliest memory from playing cricket would be probably next to the club cricket ground where my dad used to play. I used to hear my dad when he was playing. Nowhere nearly as competitive as where I'm at the stage, or professional as I am at the stage, but it was just club cricket, and it was the enjoyment factor. And I don't really remember this clearly, but my dad says to me when I was a little boy, I used to always nag the people next to the field to just throw me balls all day long.
Yeah.
And it got so bad at a point that my dad had fines because of his own son just wanting to play cricket next to the side of the field. And from a young age, I always fell in love with cricket. And like I said, I heard my dad and he played cricket. So I kind of just wanted to make him proud. And needless to say, I think I did.
I'm 100%. I'm curious to know though why cricket, given that South Africa is so massive as a sporting nation, and cricket's not the number one sport though.
No, it isn't. Well, my mom didn't allow me to play rugby. Fair enough, because I did get 2 concussions playing rugby during school time break. And I played soccer for a lot of years, football. I was not, touch wood, I wasn't too bad at football. It was a toss-up between cricket and football when it came to a professional pathing for me. And around about, when I was 17 years old, standard 9, grade 11 for those newer guys, I decided to quit soccer and focus entirely on cricket, just purely because of the fact of my dad loved cricket, and if I had to choose between soccer and cricket, I knew my dad would pick cricket. And that's I just wanted to make him proud. I mean, that's all I really wanted to do as a youngster.
I think it was the 2008 Under-19 World Cup. That's the one you played and you
In Malaysia, yeah.
yeah, came into limelight
Yeah.
in that tournament. Yeah. What is it like starting out, representing, wearing the South Africa shirt for the first time? And please sip on the coffee before it gets very cold.
I will do now. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. I mean, it's something that we strive for. As a youngster, you dream about playing for South Africa, and even though it was just under 19, you still got a taste of that professional atmosphere of representing your country. It was a fantastic tournament that we played in. Unfortunately, I don't know if everyone knows the result, but there was this other country that beat us. just duck with Lewis and all of those things. No, but yeah, it's just an amazing experience putting on that green and gold for the first time and actually playing in a World Cup. It kind of sets you up for what you want to be a part of in the future.
Yeah. And when it did set you up, for what you wanted to do in the future, which is, of course, represent South Africa at a senior level, it wasn't the greatest of starts, if I can put it that way. I'm not talking numbers. I'm sure you remember those very, very well. But
I just remember my numbers being the exact same as a legend of the game, and that is Mr. Sachin Tendulkar.
Pretty good, huh?
So if you look at it, I think I started perfectly well.
Yeah, on the right track. Absolutely. But as a youngster starting out playing for your country, you've got a few not so great numbers against your names. 4 ducks out of your first 6 innings, I think, that you played. You didn't know this?
No, I knew I had a couple.
I broke it to you? No, you knew. Of course you did. Come on. But
I
it's
knew I had
hard,
a
right?
couple,
Being a young person and not having very nice marks like you have in school in your progress report. How did you deal with that?
How I dealt with it was kind of like I knew there's going to be ups and downs in this game. And if you focus too much on the negatives, you're just going to stay down there. Everyone does have bad days and bad weeks and sometimes bad months.
Yep.
But it always, if you believe in your ability, and it will change. That's something that I've always stuck with throughout my whole career. And the other side of how I looked at it is...
But that's 30 plus Rilee speaking. I want to know what young Rilee felt like when you went through that.
Young Rilee has not changed his mindset.
Still young Rilee.
Yeah.
But the younger Rilee felt like what?
No, this the same, I promise you. This might sound a bit cringy, but I was very mature for my age in certain aspects. I'm still very childish in others.
Sure.
But no, that's what I believed in, and my beliefs also help. My religion also helped me a lot in dealing with those downships and negative stuff in life. And I haven't changed much since then, and I don't really want to change, because it's kind of been my successfulness, if I can put it that way, throughout my career. And also, I wanted to say is how I went out in those stages didn't represent actually how good I was.
Okay.
And how good I could be. The first game I got run out of the first ball, maybe a bit nervous, but on the other day it was an unbelievable piece of fielding, one-handed pickup, shying at one stump hit. So you can't really judge yourself on those type of performances. It's when I'm actually in and I've scored runs, then I judge myself on why I went out, how I went out, and then how bad the execution was, type of thing.
There was, of course, this massive moment in your career where you'd made your international debut, you're playing for South Africa, but 2 years into your international career, and you had to, in some sense, say goodbye to playing cricket for South Africa when you signed up the Kolpak deal to play for Hampshire. That's a major decision to take for any athlete, because you grew up wanting to represent your country, and you're probably burning a lot of bridges along the way. That's a massive risk to take.
Yeah, it's definitely not a decision that came overnight. It's something that I was thinking about for a very, very long time. And without going into too much detail about everything, it was something that I decided that, or myself and my family decided that we needed to do, because it would benefit my cricket. And sitting on the sidelines for a long time and not playing cricket, it's a risk that I had to take, and I knew it was taking a massive risk. And in all fairness, it probably benefited me a heck of a load. in how I developed my game, in how I became the cricketer I am today, and how I've matured in my cricket.
That's what I was going to come to. Like, as far as your skills are concerned, how much did that contribute and make you a better batter, a better cricketer? All that experience playing those leagues around the world, while maybe having this at the back of your mind that this is great, but, am I missing out on, let's say, some of my best years that could have been spent playing international cricket?
No, 100%. But there's so many different aspects, if I can put it that way, in the South African Cricket Association. Like I said, which I don't really want to go into, and I can't because that is what it is, and that's kind of I can't really say. But
that's fine.
Yeah, I obviously wanted to play for South Africa from I remember, and there is some hurdles in life that you get thrown with, and I just had to overcome this in a certain way. And to answer your question on how much it's benefited me as a cricketer, it's immensely. If I remember from where I was to where I am, because of all of these leagues and on the different conditions that I play and on the different people that I'm interacting with and learning from, and just like that learning that you learn from that experience, it's probably, like, I want to say it could be the best. Even going a step further, saying playing international cricket. Yes, you play international cricket, but you don't really interact or learn from another guy, or you don't have that opportunity to always just like have a guy for a month with you, like a Kevin Peterson. I'm just putting his name out there. Or a Shane Watson that I've played with for many years. Jofra Archer, like Nicholas like these are names that I'm just throwing around that I've been involved with and played with that have helped me learn something from them, even if it's just a 1%er that has improved my game a freak load.
Yeah.
So it's definitely helped my game a lot.
Yeah, and like in life, I think in sport, you can't script stuff, and it does its thing. So Brexit ended, thus ended Kolpak. Those deals are null and void, and Rilee Rossouw is back for South Africa. So you RRR.
Yes.
Rilee Rossouw. I can add a few more alphabets. Rilee Rossouw. Rilee Rossouw. Return. Rossouw. Put in a remarkable or a roller coaster. I could go on. Sorry, but
remix.
Remix, right? But it's an incredible way, the way you made your comeback. I do understand Alan Donald had conversations with you when you were making your comeback and you were sort of ready and hungry again to represent South Africa. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, so how it works in South Africa, we have to play local cricket to be qualified to play for South Africa. And when Brexit finished, for 2 years, like my name was always available. Even before Brexit exit, there was talks, but that's a chat for another day. But I was playing local cricket, and at the time, I'm not too sure if the selectors or the convener of selectors knew that I was actually playing cricket in South Africa. And when I spoke with, or when Alan ring me up and said, "Riles, listen, we're playing a T20 tournament. Would you like to play?" And I said, "Well, I'm not playing any cricket at the moment." And yeah, sure, no, why not? Because at the time, the Knights, well, they stole my club from when I started, and I don't think I'll ever move from there because I love them to bits, and they've looked after me, and they've always backed me. And at the time, he was coach there, and he said, "Come play," and I was like, it was a no-brainer because it's my team. So I eventually ended up playing there and had a pretty alright competition. And then a lot of media was hyping up already from when Brexit exit, and then eventually I played for Somerset, and that's kind of where the changing point I think really came. Was I scored quite a few runs at Somerset.
Very modest. You scored 36 runs off 1 over, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was nice. It was very nice in the quarterfinal. It was very nice.
It was lekker.
It was very
I had to put that in there.
Somerset was, yes, I loved Somerset. Just the whole England county circuit is amazing, and I loved Somerset. Sorry, I have to put that in there. and I scored quite a few runs, and then eventually like pressure came, and look, this guy was scoring all these runs around the world. Why isn't I playing for South Africa? And eventually I got a phone call from the convenience say, listen, Rolls, you want to be part of South Africa again? So I was always available for South Africa since Brexit exit, and I never forced the issue. I just went quietly about my business, and then when South Africa asked me if I want to come back, and then it was kind of a no-brainer once again, because it's something that you want to do from a childhood, and getting another opportunity to play for South Africa is very, very emotional, and I really enjoyed it.
Can you talk us through the day when you put that South Africa shirt back again after so many years? I've forgotten the exact number of days. I tried doing some math, but clearly it's not my strength. But it's more than 2,000 days for sure. When you represented South Africa again in that T20 in July 2022, if I'm not mistaken. What was it like putting that shirt back, walking out for your country again?
Yeah, it was very emotional, to say the least. Nerve-wracking. I don't really get nervous ever, but for some reason, just wearing the green and gold again was a very proud, emotional moment for me. My wife was with me at the time in England, and she could see what it meant to me and what it does mean to me to play for your country. And I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, it was super emotional.
Yeah, and what a fantastic year it was. It's like anything you were touching was like turning into gold. That fantastic T20 World Cup with 2 back-to-back hundreds, I think. No, and the nerves really never ever showed once you made your comeback. It was all on the upswing. Amazing. Have you enjoyed the return of Rilee?
Yeah.
Rilee 2.0.
It's really been cool. Like, even on like the setup at the Proteas with the teammates, the friends, like the camaraderie, like it's been fantastic. Just being back a part of the setup, and you can see what it means to the boys that wear the green and gold when it comes to, if you had to compare like a franchise and international.
Yeah,
it's amazing the differences that you can actually see. But yeah, I just love playing for South Africa. We'll do it as long as what they want me there for.
Of course, right.
Everyone's time is limited, and I'm just playing every game as if it is my last, and just enjoying the moment.
That's amazing. Okay, we're here with the Delhi Capitals. You, of course, became a part of the Capitals family, the Capitals universe, when you were part of Pretoria Capitals. Fantastic opening season. I loved SA20. What's it been like being a part of the Capitals family? First Pretoria, then Delhi.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Once again, like, these words I keep on using because there's no like other things to say about it.
We're kind. Please.
It has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Capitals has really, like, we've done well, and it's a winning franchise. Yes, we will go through bad times, but like at the Pretoria Capitals, it was a fantastic run. It was an amazing tournament. The SA20 was a great success. Everyone loved the cricket there. We haven't seen those full stadiums in years, and it's just so good that we can see, if you put care and love into something, how many people come out and support it. And it was a fantastic run for us, as you mentioned. Yes, we would have loved to have silverware, but I think the cricket won in general with the SA20.
Yeah.
Everyone won.
You're repeating words and you're using cliches, Rilee, I would like to point out.
Okay.
But it's all right. This is going well.
Okay.
It's gone well. That's fine. I'm kind.
Okay, thank you.
So
I'll try not to.
Okay. No worries. But listen, you've spent so much time in the subcontinent. You've also been in India, on frequent visits. What do you like about the place? Have you had time at all in the middle of... Wait, what does that mean? I don't know what's coming up now.
So me, yes. I just like chilling. All right. So I'm not a adventurous type of guy. If my family or my wife is here, yes, fair enough, we might maybe go. But she's seen how heavy our schedule is.
Yeah.
So when we do,
you didn't step out at all, did you? Yeah.
No, I just chill. I relax. I love my hotel. I love my aircon. I love my TV. I love my Netflix. I'm very well. COVID has taught us to love these things.
Yeah.
But when I'm back home, I normally just chill. I'll go to the farm. I'll go to the dam. Like, I'm not a very adventurous type of guy. That's my wife's. She loves doing those type of things, and she just drags me along. But yeah, I just chill. I'm a very chill person.
Tell me how your journey with Delhi Capitals has been so far. Of course, some of the teammates are common bunch from your South Africa bunch, and of course people who you've played at PC with. But what have you found the vibe of this team on and off the field? What's it been like?
Once again, sorry, but for the cliche, but it's been amazing.
I have to count at the end of the recording.
No, like it's been surprisingly like really, really good. Like obviously as a South African, we have a massive rivalry with Australia.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of Australians here, and we've gelled so well together. I think from the head coach Ricky, he's been phenomenal to see how he goes about his business. He's intense in certain areas, but rightly so, and he's very relaxed in others. And it's been so good to just be a part of this setup, to see and to see how other people like behave in different situations. I always believe a true character shines through when you don't do so well. But during that time of struggle, so to say, our character in this team has been phenomenal, and it's been so good to see how people have actually come together in that time and looked after each other, where that can so easily just point fingers and backstab and do this, but where that hasn't happened at the Capitals. And it's been, like I said, it's been great to see. That's not something that just happens. That's something that kind of more like a family vibe. We speak about being a family here at the Capitals, and that's great to see, and I'm so happy to be a part of this.
A lot of the players, of course, you've played with, hung around with in other leagues, and you know them. But there is also a newer lot of players right here who you've met and interacted and played with for the first time. Who's been the surprise package?
The surprise package? Oof, that's a tough question. Like, I have played with a lot of the guys, but I must still say, not a surprise, but a guy like a Manish Pandey that I've come with from under 19 has kept on just surprising me of how good and how talented he actually is.
Yeah.
I don't think he realizes it sometimes, but he's always trying to learn and improve his game, and that's fantastic to see. But he's such a class act, such a good player. And if I just had to throw out a name that has surprised me, I must now think now.
Yes.
It's a tough one.
About time. It's been very easy, smooth
It has
sailing
been easy
so far.
Like, Vinky's been like really surprising of high bowls.
Yeah.
Lalit's also been very impressive in the situations that he has bowled, and also shown with the bat what he's capable of. So there's two names already. Chitin has been a funny man. I really enjoyed him. I can go on, but I would say Lalit and Venki have been the surprise packages.
Ah, nice. Very nice. I'm glad you're having a good time with the Capitals family, because we sure are. But since you are a T20 champion, it's your format, you're the man. We're going to do some rapid fire.
Easy.
Yeah, like power play kind of situation.
I ace these things. Easy.
Yeah, you ace these things.
Yeah.
You also ace hosting, so we could swap seats as well, and then you can ask me the tough questions.
So do you want to know something about me that people like don't know? I'm sorry using this word, I hate speaking in front of people. I can't do it. I need a little bit of courage juice to get me going. Like, I can't speak in front of people. It's like a phobia for me.
It's a phobia?
Yeah. Just
you can't make out. You really can't.
So I've been trying my best over these last couple of years too.
You've been amazing, and I can just say this from our experience in South Africa, when you slip into a host role super smoothly and super easily. Yeah. See, we're wearing matching frames, so we're aligned.
Maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the key.
That's why this went well.
Yes.
Let's do the rapid fire. Let's
Happy
see how
days.
that one. Okay, cool. Happy days. I haven't heard that since I came back from SA. Okay, quick one. If not a cricketer, what would you be?
Soccer player.
Okay. An athlete you admire the most outside of cricket?
Outside cricket, Dean Burmester, golfer.
Okay. If you had the chance to eat only one meal for the rest of your life, only one, what would that be?
Bread.
Okay. Cool. Sure.
This is rapid fire, isn't it?
100%. You're very rapid. I like it. Okay. A superstition you follow on match days, if you do.
Oh, I don't really have superstition, but what I heard is I walk around the wicket when I bat. So I don't know if that's superstition.
No, that's just your thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their match day thing, routine, or something that they do.
Yeah.
It's not something that you do consciously, obviously.
No, I do it consciously.
Oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it's probably superstition then.
It probably is. Yeah, leaning towards one. Okay, your go-to person in the South Africa team.
David Miller.
Okay, your go-to person in the Delhi Capitals team.
Oh, wow, this is rapid fire. Anish Nokia.
Okay. Any Delhi lingo or Hindi lingo you may have picked up?
Kaise who?
That's it?
No, how's it, Josh?
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, how's the Josh? Yes. Okay, last one. Rilee, the title of your autobiography would read?
Would read How to Be a Professional Cricketer by Not Being Professional.
That's a very long... That reads like a subtitle. There's got to be a shorter name.
I don't know.
This is very long.
Anyone can make it. You can do it. I don't know.
We'll let the publishers work on that. But thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank
this was
you.
fun. This was,
really good.
I will repeat as well, lekker. I hope you had a good time
was bio
speaking
lekker, yeah.
with us.
Thank you very much for this, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.